Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Sunfall Cycle. I got him again, just as he started a conversation. Yes. Hello, how's it going, everyone?
Hello, Jesse.
Welcome back, guys. Hello, everyone in chat. It's our last episode of the year, and then everyone gets to go off on their own adventures. It's gonna be a good one today. We have both Britt and Steven who are about to go on a vacation to get away from the world, so they're ready to not be doing anything right now.
Yes.
Jeff, I guess Bronze is here. She has a sore throat, and so that sucks. But we're back. We're all here. We're all
She's
here.
being
We're
real
doing
salty
great.
about it too. Just like, God, you guys, I can't believe this. The level of blame.
Jeez,
Yep.
Yeah, but we're back. I guess I'm just gonna hand it over to Steven. We're just gonna start this thing because I don't know what to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, we could talk about Smash Brothers.
Yo, Jeff has some opinions.
Just like,
I want to hear that.
by this.
Jeff got some opinions.
Listen, you buy this fucking game and it's fantastic, okay?
yeah.
And you start
because
off
it
with
is.
8 characters, and
Yeah.
then through the gameplay, you can unlock 70 plus characters.
Yes, it's great.
I'm trying to imagine that business model applied anywhere else, and people will even come close to accepting that. Like you buy a 4-pack of hot dog buns, but if you eat 12 hot dogs, you'll have more buns in the package or something, or
That sounds like a miracle. That sounds like a biblical miracle.
And I
then
expected people to be like, yeah, it's
kept
kind of
coming.
bullshit. But instead, everyone was like, that's what they've always done. You unlock characters in fighting games. But I'm like, guys, they took the normal numbers of you unlock 4 special characters, and they made it 89% of the game you unlock.
Yeah, it's great. I don't know. I love it because when Mario Kart came out, it was you have all the characters and all the carts and everything right away. And it didn't encourage me to play. I didn't have anything to play for except for pure love of the game. And now I'm well, I really want to play Cloud, so I guess I'm going to play out some matches. Oh shit, I lost to Cloud. Now I have to play a whole bunch more matches.
I didn't expect this. This is what I'm saying. Right now there's people starting to scratch it a wound on them, and their eyes are turning yellowy, and I'm the zombie apocalypse is happening, and I'm looking around does anyone see this happening? People are like, no, man, this is normal. I love it.
Yeah, this is how it's always been,
Right?
Jeff.
And they sell me a game, and they put me to work so that I can unlock the rest of the content. I feel good about myself. Bitch, I was raised on games where you paid $60, you got the fucking game. This idea of DLC, we didn't have that. All right. When I bought Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, was I going to be told, yeah, and if you beat the second boss, you unlock the Nemesis? No.
I'll tell you what, Jeff. Here's the thing: when you beat the second boss, you unlock the third boss.
Well, that's called progression, Steven. That's not the same thing. Now imagine if you. The best part about this game too is it's such a blue baller at times. A character will show up, and I watched my friend.
Yes.
Oh, that's Mac. That's Mini Mac. That's my favorite guy.
Yes.
And Mini Mac beats his ass. He doesn't
You get destroyed.
Well, I guess I'll just wait till it randomly shows up again. Oh my god.
Okay, wait. So here's the thing, Jeff. You don't have to wait until they randomly show up again, because you can go to the challenger's approach mode, and then you can make the game randomly choose a challenger for you to fight against that you've already fought. So, you just have to do that 10 or 20 times until the favorite.
Guys, I think we're bearing the lead here. Can we get back to this bag of hot dog buns that magically makes more hot dog buns? Because that is revolutionary. That shit will change the game.
These business models, man, are pretty sick.
We need to reach out to Oscar Mayer immediately. We've got a business model for you. It works really well in Smash Brothers.
We know you've got a lot of
hot
wieners.
dogs. You want buns for tomorrow's dinner? Eat your fucking hot dogs. You
Wait.
understand?
Don't you need
It's
more hot dogs, not buns? Wouldn't you want hot dogs that get replenished because there's always too many buns and not enough dogs?
Well, it's like there's a bun inside the hot dog bun package, and when you eat that bun, smaller buns come out of it.
Smaller buns? Do
But
they
it's
grow?
not
Or
a
they're
normal-sized
just
bun.
little
There's just
buns?
one really
It's
big
the
bun.
opportunity for more buns, and you don't even get the more buns. It's like you have to eat the whole thing. You're like, but I'm full. And they're like, well, fuck off then. You don't get more buns. Here's what I like. Maybe you're okay. Maybe you're agreeable with this model. But there are permutations and mutations off of this that are coming that because you bitch asses accepted this are soon to be happening. And
Yes.
you're not going to like it. It's going to be
Jeff,
like,
Jeff, all I can say is that as an official professional game designer, I think that really what gamers want these days is the opportunity to feel a sense of pride by buying each of those additional characters for a low fee.
well, that would be one of the mutations that I don't like.
First off, can we talk about how this relates exactly to hot dogs still? Hot dogs with cheese inside, hot dogs made of turkey, hot dogs made, like, oh my god, hot dogs with bacon wrap around it. Guys, this is, video gaming is the hot dog.
When you want to expand your hot dog roster, you have to go buy the extra
Gaming
hot dogs.
is just
with
like a hot dog,
microtransactions.
right? In every game, you don't want to know how it's actually made. You just want it. You just want the game. Oh my god, gaming is hot dogs. That is, hashtag it. Put it on the internet.
So glad you.
Seriously though, there is a lot of sausage that gets made in making games.
I love hot dogs and I love games, so the science checks out.
You did
I'm
the
waiting
math.
for the expose on hot dog crunch.
You did the math, and it just all.
It checks out.
Yeah.
Hot dog crunch is a serious.
Everyone wants to make their jokes, but you wait. No more buns to go with your hot dogs. Okay.
The only thing I got out of this is that Jeff wishes he didn't have to work for the hot dog. He wishes the hot dog would just.
Buy
come right in
buns.
his
I
mouth.
want buns for my hot dogs. I don't want to fucking go to work. Buy Smash. You should come with a construction hat. They're like, you got some work ahead of you, my friend.
That's
The real game's in here. The real game's in here.
I can't believe I invited you to come over for a Smash the other night, and I didn't know you had all of these feelings.
such strong opinions.
The context of what she just said is very important.
Did Jeff just lose a whole bunch of Smash games?
Damn,
back-
He didn't come
Did he
over.
just get destroyed?
I was gonna
He
say,
didn't come over.
I was gonna say, Britt never invited me over to Smash.
Yeah, and no one's
You
inviting
can
me over
show
to
up at my
Smash.
house any day, any hour you want, Bronze, and I will open my.
I'm always
Smash?
down to Smash.
To Smash.
Wait, no
Is
one
this
invites
going
me
over
to
your head? I
Smash.
can't tell if it's going over your head or maybe I don't know.
Story of my
The
life.
moral of the story is that I've played over 200 games in the last.
No,
4
I'm not
days,
even bad at it.
and
I'm
it's-
not actually that mad. It's just funny.
Oh no, I'm.
The
I'm
joke
not
that came
bad
out
or
of
not
this was how okay people were with it and the things that other people get upset about. They're like, oh, no, that's totally fine. But can we talk about the difficulty of Tetris or chess? Why does white have an advantage over black? And I'm like, oh, my God.
Hey man, horse armor. It's all horse armor all the way down.
Yeah.
All right, let's play some Dungeons and Dragons. If you would like to unlock a new character class, you're about to. If you can just get the next step of progression.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Someone please tell me the tale.
Holy crap.
What happened last time?
I nominate Bronze Girl.
Bronze wasn't even here last time, which is unfortunate. Bronze, you
Yeah.
watched the episode, right?
All right,
Yeah.
so listen. Kairos joined the group again. He came up with some great ideas. A lot of people wanted to run at the statues. They wanted to fight.
Bronze
the
Girl's just
statues.
Dr. Girlfriend now?
That's
Okay,
right.
I don't
last
get
time
this
we played
reference. I don't watch your children's shows, all right?
Everybody died.
I'm
Yeah,
very
my-
high.
my-
Everybody to pick up the pieces.
Of Kairos and Amaros, we were able to continuously push the statues off the building. A lot of people would think it'd be more cinematography or something like that if when they fell 4 stories, they died. Not Steven. Steven's white knuckling the rules like a son bitch, okay? They took 46 damage, which averaged out to be strangely 14 damage almost every time, but these some bitches had 70 health. So, like,
Jeff, I made you roll to attack against a character you had a shotgun against his head. What? Please, sir.
I'm not. This is not Jeff. This is Bronze Girl right now. But thank you for the. I like.
Bronze,
that
I
guy.
made Jeff roll to attack against a character when he had a shotgun against his head.
Anyways, darling. Okay, listen.
Dog.
They were able to get through, I believe, 3 of the 4 statues, and they might have actually speed ran the last one because it was such bullshit that we just kind of assumed it dies. Okay, or maybe not. I can't tell. And then that's actually where my mind goes murky.
What?
Like, I think we just ended there. I think it was 3 hours of fighting 3 statues. Was it not?
No, there was another part, Bronze, where Britt decided to go down into a hole.
That's right.
We found a hole, and I decided to stay back and watch the hole to make sure that she was okay as a spider. She became a spider and went down, and turns out that down in this hole there was a golden crow and
A whole bunch of gold.
Yeah, a bunch of gold and like some flasks and things. We thought it was going to be another tier, but it wasn't. We were tricked. And the trap was set because it was a slime in front and a slime behind, and we both died terribly.
I turned into a bear, and then we both died inside of gelatinous cubes.
Yeah, I was sucked in it. Yeah, it was very very vor of Steven.
Very vor.
Very VV baby. Very vor.
Yeah, it was awesome. I loved that trap so much that I tweeted about it via an anonymous account ahead of time. It was so good.
Yeah. I don't know.
I
don't know that part's as clever as you like to think it is.
It's not.
I feel like there's a lot of Twitter accounts, and I don't know.
It's not clever, Jeff. It's just satisfying.
Lo and behold to all of you, I emailed my full plans to a random person in Azerbaijan.
I whispered one random viewer with the plans for next week. I wonder who knows.
Yeah. Well, here it is. Here's the proof. It was a week ago, and I'm like, yeah.
Steven's
Anonymous TM. I know that Twitter account. I've seen that a lot.
It's a very popular Twitter account.
Steven's like every killer who gets caught ever. Like, they'll never figure out that I've sent my plans to a Twitter account. Like...
Yes. This is how you know that I'm not a serial killer, because I'd be like, guess what's going to happen, guys?
And you have a beard.
Yes. Yeah. Serial killers don't have.
Well, they really shouldn't if they're trying not to leave evidence behind.
True.
Wow. You know
you
what?
would
You're right.
leave behind a rug of evidence.
Shave. If you're gonna become a killer, shave everything. Just wax your whole body, and they'll never find you guys. That's the tip from Britt Wiseman at Twitch.
That's why I never trust the guys without any hair at all.
Exactly.
And that's why she's dating Sean.
All right, fantastic.
Okay.
You all open your eyes on the soft grass of the Gardens of the Moon, and you hear, and then just like rain starts pouring down over you as the four of you look at each other standing in the rain on the Gardens of the Moon and feeling the frustration of your latest setback. As you stand, Aya slowly rematerializes, formed from strands of orange fire. But as the last orange fire strands go sort of weaving together into her form, like a dark clawed hand reaches out from thin air and grabs one final strand and then pulls on it, and it's connected to her throat. And this hand pulls on it and yanks it away and then sucks it back into some other nether realm. And Aya, as you come to your senses here on the Gardens of the Moon amongst the rain and the thunder and the storm clouds, you hear a voice whisper inside your head, I am very disappointed in you, Aya. Let this serve as a lesson. And then that's all.
Cool. Well,
are you okay? Just run over to Aya, ask her if she's okay.
Immediately, everyone was like, please explain what just happened. Could you tell us in great detail?
Not me.
Her voice
It's
is
raining.
gone.
This sucks.
Her voice is gone.
What?
Monster, bad, you, choked you, stole your voice. You're
Then she
very sad
cried?
about it.
Aya doesn't seem like a crier.
She's not a crier.
Yeah, she just said she cried. Oh, I like it when she doesn't talk.
I wonder if there's a way we can try to fix it.
What if we didn't for, like, I don't know, at least one go round?
Aya, do you know of any way to fix it that we can help with? Yeah. If we go,
The man upstairs needs
The
to
man?
smile. Right? Okay, so we have to make her
We have to
god happy.
happy,
Tentacles.
Cthulhu.
We have to. Your god is an octopus? Your
Tim?
Tim is your god? Tim? Your god
No.
is your god has
No.
tentacles and he
How do we make him happy? Whoever it is. Don't know.
murder? I like this god.
Murder.
Murder.
Murder anyone? Okay. We just need to go kill people.
Yes, that seems reasonable. And
You're
by
still
killing
strong. Or we kill someone strong.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't like killing people at all, but
It's for
Well,
God. It's for religious purposes.
it's for Aya.
It's justified. Also, it's raining and this sucks.
I love the rain.
You suck.
When you look around in Kara, there's just literally like a circle of rain that's like encompasses the four of you. There's like a black thundercloud floating like 20 feet above you.
Where's Saloon? What is this? What's happening?
She's sitting off to the side and looking at you, and like she's like resting her face on her hand. She looks really sad, and she's like, "Oh, you're back so soon. I'm so sorry."
What is this?
You're
What?
sorry. Usually you're so happy to see us.
But I know that you must be very disappointed in your recent failures. I thought I would set the mood for you. Isn't it lovely?
I like it.
We're gonna have a talk one day, you and me, Saloon.
I love talks.
I know you do.
She snaps her fingers and the clouds clear up and the sky turns blue again.
Don't feel bad. We'll go back.
Yeah, so what's the plan? What do you want to do?
Well, we only need one more tier, right, guys, to level up. And we want to help
Yeah.
Aya maybe get her voice back at some point throughout this process.
I mean, the second one I'm not too concerned about, but I feel like the first one should be a priority.
I'm prioritizing in my heart Aya's needs.
Oh yeah, by the way, in Kara, as you were like traveling through the nether sphere in order to reach the Gardens of the Moon, you saw a vision of your dead body sort of floating upside down in the middle of this gelatinous cube. And like as time rewound itself backwards, like, you know, the gelatinous cube like moves back and forth, like you suck out of it and turn into a bear and then like turn back into Aya and then like turn back into a spider and get sucked into the gelatinous cube and like pooped out the other side. And you actually leave all of that treasure behind where it was originally placed. And as you sort of like check your pouches and pockets and things, you realize that you don't have it with you.
I don't tell anyone this.
Okay, cool.
I don't want them to know.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, totally. It's just really good treasure that I've got with me.
If you guys need coins, I'll hand them out as needed. Yeah, I don't want them to know I went all the way down there and didn't get treasure. I don't mind because I wanted the tier mostly, but I don't want to seem like I messed up really badly. So I just won't say anything.
Fair. Awesome. So yeah, what's the plan? So tell me, like, what do you think is ahead of you? What lies in your path today?
Well, what was the outcome from our previous endeavor? We knocked over 3 of 4 statues?
Yeah, you killed 3 of the 4 statues on the right-hand side. The left-hand side still has the 4 statues atop
What
it.
did we learn from all this? That this area is overpowered for us? Like it's too strong for us?
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
So what is our... What...
We probably skipped a tier.
Bront is just shit talking us without even saying a word. Oh my god.
Super on point too.
Yeah, I think we learned that while we can get through there, it just is not easy. The question that I have is, where do we go from, like, map wise?
Yeah.
Besides going up to the top and going along the ramparts and the walls outside.
Yep.
If we go through the portcullis, to the right is the weird lane of getting shit thrown at you. And is that the only direction? Like, where can we go from here? What are our options?
That's the only unexplored direction. So, like, just to remind you of, like, map space, exits you haven't explored thoroughly yet. There's the street that leads to the barricade encampment that you haven't reached yet. And last time, not last session, but 2 sessions ago, when you tried to make your way down this street, Britt got eaten by rats and then skewered by javelins, and the rest of y'all got skewered by javelins. And then you were like, okay, we got to do something about these fucking javelins. You climbed your way up through the barbican, up out to the roof. You killed the wyvern, which has respawned now. And then you made your way across the wall to knock down 3 of the statues. Now, when you did knock down the statues, like many other things in the dungeon, they disappeared on death. And you've learned from your experiences here that means that they are no longer there. They've permanently been removed. Much like the giant blood ooze, Moldve, and the blood knight. But yeah, so, like, you could try to go up to the roof again and fight your way past a wyvern, go either left or right along the walls, or, like, head forwards along the walls with the statues on top, finish the job of killing off the statues. Or you could try some other solution for getting up this street. Now that you've reduced the number of statues, you're going to be taking fewer attacks, so that helps.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could try to go along one side, the one wall where the 4, I assume on the left, can't, like, get the angle to throw at us, and we don't have to deal with 1 at that point, and we can just, like, dodge roll. Right? Just dodge roll.
It worked really well last time.
We can do, but it's only 1 this time. Yeah, we can at least have to try.
And let's see what happens.
No, we send Amros out front, put up a shield, and, like, everyone just get behind it. We all dodge roll together.
Everybody roll a stealth test for me, please.
Oh, boy.
Oh, but before we do anything, hang on. First, everybody look at your character sheets. And now that you've been to the Gardens of the Moon, reset everything important. So, for example, Jeff, I see you've already set your 2 hit dice back to its maximum. Perfect. And Kara, Sarek, go ahead and add your hit points back. Make sure that your hit dice are back. Make sure that your death saving throws are gone. Make sure that you have the proper number of spell slots. If you want to, like, change the spells that you have prepared, Britt, you're free to do that right now.
Cool.
Yep, cool. And now that we have fully refreshed ourselves, Aura, Sarek, Aya, and Kara. Cool, perfect. Now that we've fully refreshed ourselves, the 4 of you affix your gaze. Wait, quickly, how's everybody's equipment looking? Are any of you running low on, like, your packs and maybe need to visit Maine, the Raven?
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, for example, Ankara, you are empty on your
Yeah,
explorer's
I need an explorer's
pack.
pack. Yeah, I'll stop by the little bird.
Awesome. I'll show that to y'all. And an explorer's pack of 2 uses costs 15 gold pieces. An explorer's pack of 4 uses costs 40 gold pieces.
That seems like the right one. Because, Jesse, you have a Dungeoneer's pack, right?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll do an Explorer's pack. That sounds great.
To review very quickly, an Explorer's pack lets you take out a bedroll, hunting trap, steel mirror, rations, hemp rope, spikes and a hammer, a tent, torches, a water skin, etc. Those are the sorts of things you can pull out of an Explorer's pack.
Cool. And I will buy one of those.
Cool. Do you get a 2-use Explorers Pack or a 4-use Explorers Pack?
I guess I could just get a 4-use. Why not?
Sure. So that
that's
drops you
30.
down to 27 gold pieces left.
Do I need to buy more arrows and things?
Oh, yeah. Actually, we have been totally failing to have you test for arrows.
No, that's been fine.
At the end of
failed.
So go ahead and spend 1 gold to refresh your arrows with your short bow. And let's try to remember asking you to test your arrows.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'll remember. I'll remind you.
Totally. It's going to be great. Yes. And Armoros, you have never used your crossbow, so you're totally still good there.
Yep.
I think you have 2 handfuls of daggers, so you'll never run out of daggers. And Kara, you have a quiver of arrows, so you'll never run out of arrows.
We
so
should,
other than that,
check out the mask.
everything's great. Incidentally, is there anything else that you want to buy from Maine? Maine is sitting there in the hollow of his tree, his large head looking out, white feathers, this deep opalescent eye peering down at the 4 of you. He says, "Give shinies for Maine." And here's his list of items. For example, this moon shard of healing, which it acts like a potion of healing, but it only is good until you return to the Gardens of the Moon. Unstable acid, alchemist's fire, holy water. If you know something of the threats that you're up against, preparing in that way might help you.
We definitely need to get the mask looked at, by the by.
Oh yeah, I have the sad mask.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Where did I put that?
Can't wait to see what this mask is. The mask.
I know. I'm really excited.
Unending sadness.
Yeah. So this is it's a mask of a knight of Astafon 3rd class.
Oh.
It's worth 50 gold pieces to Maine. It's not magical.
Nice.
Yeah, the lore attached to it is the Knights of Astafon rank themselves by emotion to justify their subservience to Astafon.
Sad.
Okay. So it's just a mask.
Yes, this is not magical.
Are you
I'll
going
put
to?
it
Are you
on.
going to keep it? Are you going to wear?
I'm gonna wear it for a while.
The sad mask. You?
I'm not sad, but I'm gonna wear the mask for a little bit. I wanna learn about how they felt when they wore the masks. Maybe I'll get some insight from this.
Or it's cursed and you turn
Perspective.
into one of those dark-eyed monstrosities.
Think it's cursed?
Who knows?
I mean, Saloon is identifying it for you, and she's telling
Yeah.
you that it's not a magical item. And I think Aya has the ability to see magic, right?
Yeah, she totally
Yeah.
does.
I think I is
And,
saying that it's cursed.
It's not cursed. I put the mask on just for fun.
And
Awesome.
you're cursed.
I
Get
see
some
you
voice.
buying wine and rations there. So rations is 2 gold pieces, and wine is 5 gold pieces, 7 gold pieces total. Awesome. Yes. Awesome. And you're going to wear it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So now we've got 2 characters wearing sad, frowny baby cherub masks.
But mine's magical.
Does someone else want to wear it? I'll share it with everyone. I'll wear it for a little while and then you guys can wear it.
Just do
Literally,
rotation.
there's no value other than to sell it. So
But it's fun to wear it, so we're going to keep it for now.
Or we could sell it.
But it's mine, so we're not going to
It's
sell it.
more of an alls thing.
Do you really want me to sell this mask? I just want to wear it for fun.
I just don't want you to have it.
She can wear it.
Why?
I don't have one.
Okay, here, look. Why don't you wear it first, and then I'll wear it
I
after.
don't want your hand-me-down masks.
It's not a hand-me-down.
It's a
brand
hand-me-down.
new.
It's a hand-me-down mask. I can get my own mask. It's fine.
Do you want me to wait to wear my mask until you have a mask?
No, I don't. Stop it. I can't hear you, but I hear you.
I'm going to put my mask into my little chest in my rock room, Steven.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you put the mask in the chest.
I'm
Fantastic.
saving it until we have more so everyone can wear a mask together.
Fair.
It's a good thing your wit can't be seen by everyone watching this.
There's some impressive wit going on here.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. So of the four of you rolling these stealth tests, Aya rolled a 15, which is the second highest result. So the group's result is a 15. Definitely very strong result here. But let's see if it's strong enough. Yes, it totally is. All right, the four of you are able to sneak up on the guard at the bottom of the stairs in the room with the secret door leading to the staircase going up and with the sunfire brazier. Anybody who wants, please roll an attack against this poor defenseless guard.
I'll do it.
Let's dispatch him quickly.
Hey.
19 hits, roll damage. Nice. So Armoros, tell us how you execute this poor hapless
I
individual.
just cleave him at the collar.
Nice. So we've got like four people just zort out of the sunfire brazier. Armoros just like stalks across the room, walks down the stairs. The rest of you hear this, and then that's it.
Yeah.
That poor man. Every time.
Isn't he an undead creature?
Let's not tally here.
Yeah, I just like step
We've
over
literally
him.
been over this.
Like, I'd feel
All right.
bad.
I feel bad for the human that he once was.
Cool. All right. So the four of you proceed down these stairs out into the portcullis area. The sun is bright and high in the sky. Let's see what I can tell you about what is facing you. Perfect. Yeah. A small ways away, probably 300, 400 feet down the street, you see that this path ahead of you winds towards what looks like a flagpole with a drifting pennant hanging from it with a makeshift barricade built up around it. It's like a barricade of all sorts of detritus from a city. There's wooden wagons, tables, chairs, etc., forming a circle around the flagpole. A few small fires appear to be burning beyond, like campfires, not like panic fires. And there's a handful of people attending to what's going on in the camp. But immediately in front of you, you see a long stretch of broad road, some 300 to 400 feet long, with high walls on each side, 40 feet high. The road itself is 30 feet wide. At the tops of the walls, on the left, there's 4 stone statues facing down into the road. On the right, there's 1 stone statue far away. And at the ground, at the foot of the right wall, at 3 positions along the road, there are 3 broken and destroyed statues lying on the cobblestones. All over the road here, there's broken debris everywhere. There's broken wagon wheels, wagon beds, tables, chairs, doors, just like the detritus of a city in panic has been sort of scattered here in the road. The road has a gutter in the center of it, which is covered by an iron grating separated out into small sections. And, of course, the road has javelins sticking up out of the dirt and broken off against the stones, stuck up all along its length. What do you do?
We determined last time that fog does nothing, right?
I don't think you tried using fog last time.
Or whenever we were down here before, right? Did we not try using fog?
No?
No, we didn't try using it.
But these were magical things, and I wonder if their magicality can see through Well, I guess we could try. If you want to like go out and use fog, I'll be there to support you the entire time.
Is that what you guys want me to do?
I think we should at least attempt fog.
So the idea is that I cast fog cloud and we all just walk through it forward.
I mean, well, I feel like we should.
It can't move though.
In my mind, this is the strategy. So if you imagine sort of like the pathway that we're going down,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if this will work. I don't know the logistics of magical throwing statues, but I would imagine that if they're up on top of a thing, they can only see down a certain angle, right? So if we go under the statues that we can see, that if we go under the 4, like directly under the 4 along the wall and make our way along the wall, we only have to deal with the 1. And if we throw up the fog, then we can just hang out along the wall and follow the wall through, so we don't get lost or blinded by the fog. And then hopefully that dude will, I don't know.
Well, how long is this? You said it was long, right, Steven?
It's like 300 to 400 feet long.
Okay. And my fog cloud only spreads like 20 feet.
Yes.
And
it covers a 20-foot square.
is immobile, right?
Yes. Yeah. But I think you can cast it at a point out in range. So like up to 90 feet away, you can cast a
like right where I guess the visibility or
Okay.
throwing range of this guy would be. I don't know the logistics.
Yeah. I see
Now
what
you
you're
remember
saying.
from last time that you were down in the center of this road, that these statues were actually all able to attack you, even from very far away.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Or we just like try to dexterity our way through this thing. I mean, it's only 1, so he can only go so fast, right? It's not like he's gonna be like machine gun.
What, Bronze?
What?
Spread out? We all spread out? We all confuse them by spreading out?
Right, but I'll be next to the wall.
What is that they always say about Dungeons and Dragons? Divide and conquer.
Yeah, they always say that.
That's
They
what
do
I,
always
That's
say
what I
that.
hear. What if I say we just try just a straight go for it. Don't worry about. Let's get a baseline. What, like, if we're gonna experiment, we have to baseline this thing. We have to just get it without anything else. We just got to go.
So you're
Wait.
saying we all just panic and run?
No, I'm saying we go against the one wall,
Okay.
and then we just go. We just hang out. We like walk alongside the wall, or I guess run.
Why are you
And-
trying to get past the spears?
Yes,
No, why?
because on the other side, there's more stuff. This is the only path we have to go right now.
To go back to
Yeah.
where we've been, right?
No. To get away from where we've been.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think you just said it differently. To go back to the areas we haven't explored before this area.
What the hell are you? Yes, that's exactly right.
To go back to where we haven't been.
To go back to where we haven't been.
To revisit the
Back to
places
the areas
we've
we
never
have
visited.
been but haven't explored, meaning not proceed further into the area where the DM said we're out leveled, right?
Yeah, checks out.
Okay, I'll go back to being quiet. You guys can figure it out.
We just need to go down this path. That's it. That's literally what we need to do.
Okay. Do you want me to cast Fog Cloud like further out and we can try to run to get there?
I mean,
There's
I think
like
we just
a-
go through. I don't think we worry about
Okay.
the fog or anything. We just see what happens.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
Like-
why not? Let's do it.
So, like, if I had to do anything, it would be like we'd be along this wall. If I imagine the
Mhm.
statues are like here-ish on
Yeah.
the side with the dead guy. So
Yeah.
we would go on this wall. So the statues over on the left couldn't hit us, thanks
Yes.
to mathematics, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. And you're just going to run for it.
Yeah, and dodge when needed.
Okay.
You are instantly killed. I don't know enough information.
I mean, listen, we'll try. If we die, we just respawn and do something
get a little
else.
wet, respawn, it'll be fine.
Okay, so let's see. What's the marching order of this party?
I'll go first. Screw it.
Okay, first is Sarek, and then
I've been impaled before. It's fine.
I'll follow.
Aya and Kara Armorums.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So Sarek. Okay, yes. You take one attack from the statue that's on the far wall. So this is not made with disadvantage.
Okay.
So you begin running. You start running out over here. Let's see. It hits you with a 25 to hit.
Jesus. Like, I don't even get to, like, dodge out of the way. I just get impaled.
Your armor class accounts for your ability to, like, actively resist enemies hitting you with weapons.
Okay. I've studded leather armor now, too, so that's, like...
That is better. That means that your armor class is what, 14 now?
I guess. I don't know we talked about that before. I just got it because that guy had it. Yeah, I have armor class 14, it says.
Yeah. So studded leather armor, I think is 11 plus your... that doesn't make sense. I think it's... Hang on. You might have better armor class.
Oh, we killed a dragon and I got better armor class. That's all I ever wanted.
Even rolled a 25 though, so we're just.
Who knows? Who knows how much better his armor class is? You never know.
Yeah, this could be like one of those things where my armor class it got bumped to like 40, and y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know, and you're just like, oh my god, our savior. And that's right. And then when the parade happens, when we save this, I'll be on the float, and you guys will be in the moat.
Well, for now, you're going to be impaled by a spear. So,
all right, Jesse. Your armor class has increased from 11 plus your dexterity modifier all the way up to 12 plus your dexterity modifier, which means your armor class is no longer 14. It is now 15, my friend.
Hell yeah.
So unfortunately, the spear still hits you.
But you know, not as hard.
Not, yeah, you know, well, no, but, you know, the thought, that's the thought that counts. You take 4 damage.
Okay. I feel good about that 4, though. I fought for that 4.
Oh, wait, that's not what I want to do. I want to roll that one. Oh, Aya, you take the other 4 attacks.
Oh, wait, so they can still, they're like leaning over the edge, throwing it down at us?
Yes. However, their aim is terrible at this angle. So they are actually attacking you at disadvantage.
Boo.
2d20 plus 7. Oh, God. How do I do this? K1L?
plus 7, so you're going to get hit.
7? That doesn't look right. D1. Whatever. 1d20 plus 7. There's a command that you can do this in Roll20 that like chooses the lowest one. So the first attack hits you, Aya. You only take 9 damage. It's not plus 4, it's plus 3. Take 9 damage, not 10. The second attack, God in heaven, also hits you, Aya. God damn it, you take another 9 damage.
She's dead.
She's dead.
She's at 0. That's good. Here's the third attack.
Wow, it's just a hit though, not a crit.
It's only 19. It's not a critical hit.
Yeah, wow.
Except that all hits when you're down are critical hits. So roll 2d6.
She's fine. Come on, let's go. She's fine. Let's
keep
going.
Really well.
Aya, you take 2 failed death saving throws, and here's the fourth attack.
She's totally fine. Let's just keep going.
By the way, just to be clear, every hit, disadvantage or not, all of them. He rolled a 16 as his lowest.
Aya dies. And Kara and Armoros, are either of you stopping to grab her body?
No.
I'm gonna try.
Get her at the brazier. Come on, let's go.
There's no reason to.
Gonna leave her here?
There's literally no reason to.
All right, I guess not.
So you have like a
I feel
moment
really
of
bad
inner
about this.
turmoil.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm like
I think it's like some of those spears were
A
aiming for you and
flashback.
Kara.
a
And Aya just
flashback,
like
yeah.
leaps up into their path and just dies. Yeah. All right.
And yeah, it's like it's terror, wondering if I should grab my friend, and then knowing that I am about to concede to the same horrible fate that
She's dead. She
already
won't know. She won't know.
took me.
Let's keep going. She won't know about anything about
Yeah,
this. Let's go.
Steven, tell me how hard I die now.
All right. So you've made it 60 feet, 60-ish feet down the pathway.
Okay.
And Sarek, right in front of you, there's this jumbled up pile of like an old ruined wagon bed and like a broken wagon wheel, and someone left like a chair on top of it. And how are you going to try to get over this? Sorry.
What is the distance between it and where I'm trying to get to?
It's like right next to you. Oh, the distance between it and where you're trying to get to?
Yeah.
Like 240 feet.
So am I supposed? Can I go around it? Under?
Yeah, totally.
Like, can I mean, it's just in the way.
You can run like it's right up next to the wall. If you go around it, probably the spear throwers on the left wall will have a better angle of attack on you. But if you climb up over it, they'll still have disadvantage.
Can I go through it? Can I go under and dig and like push a box and like get?
Yeah,
underneath
roll perception for me.
Yeah, okay. Can I go?
Yeah, actually, Jesse,
under
you
it?
see that like this wagon bed is sort of like half propped up against the wall, and you can like squeeze your way under it and maybe out the other side.
Yeah, that's what I want to do then.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So you go rolling. You go diving under this collection of refuse. Roll 1d5.
Oh boy.
2 javelin throwers throw at you.
Okay.
Jesse,
Yes.
roll 1d100. On a 50 plus, you were under the debris, and the javelin hits.
You're right. I was. You're
All right, one
right,
javelin
I
goes
was.
thudding into the debris just as you skirt under it.
Leave her behind. Come follow
then-
me.
Roll a second 1d100.
Oh.
Ooh, this javelin actually is waiting for you on the other
Oh.
side.
That guy's a dick.
And this is, let's see, hang on. Delete. Roll 1d2.
How'd I get an 82 then a 28?
Cool. So the first javelin was the javelin thrown by the statue on the right, the one who has a clear line of shot. So
Great.
the second javelin is at disadvantage. For what it's worth. God in heaven.
hit.
What?
Yep. Okay, Jesse, you take 5 damage, and then the rest of the time you're off scot-free. So that was 2 attacks.
Great. Cool. Ow.
Okay, and Kara, are you following Sarek's playbook?
Yeah.
Okay, you dive under this collection of stuff.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Look, there's
Roll
only 3
1d100.
statues left.
Yes, yeah, there's only 3 statues left. 2 of them are attacking Aya. Roll 1d100
1d100.
twice. Okay, you go diving under and you hear a javelin go thudding against this wooden, like upended wagon bed as you're crawling under it. As you poke your head out the other side,
You get hit in the head.
yes, you do.
I don't think he's rolled a miss yet.
You take 9 damage, Aya.
Jesus.
And then there's one attack that targets Armoros. Armoros, are you also diving under this wagon bed? Okay. Yes. Roll 1d100, Armoros. Okay, yeah. The last javelin goes thudding into the wood of the wagon bed, being blocked completely. You skirt out the other side and continue running along the wall. All right. So let's see, 60, 120. The three of you have made it 120 feet. Sarek, what's your plan now?
Oh God, is there anything else in my way, or just keep going?
There's like odds and ends sort of all over the road. That was the only big thing that was like blocking your progress. The rest of it you can sort of like get past.
All right, then I want to do one of those like sidewinder runs, where you do like this, where you run like this.
You're zigging and zagging.
Yeah, I'm gonna zig and zag. Screw it. I'm not going straight. I'm gonna zig and zag. If they're gonna hit me, but they're gonna have to get me first. So I'm gonna zig and zag. I'm a serpent. Oh, serpentine.
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 Very nice. Yes.
Offers Aya's lost voice from the void.
I hear a voice like serpentine, asshole. Like yeah, serpentine. Yeah. So I'm gonna serpentine my way.
All right, awesome. So let's see, Jussie.
Do you need healing at all?
I mean, I have 3 HP. So
Oh, okay. Let me
only one gets to attack me. I'm fine with this.
Only one gets to attack you, and it's one of the ones on the left.
Nice. That's good. Disadvantage, even though it doesn't matter so far.
And Kara, are you trying to heal?
Yeah, I'm casting Cure
Jesse?
Wounds.
Fantastic. So you slap your hand on his shoulder. You cast Cure Light Wounds. Roll 1d8 plus 3.
Go get him, slap.
Well.
Hey.
You recover 5 hit points.
I'll take 8 HP. I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Serpentine. We can do this.
The javelin comes ripping down from one of these statues on the left.
Go.
1, 2, missing you.
First miss.
Woo! Serpentine, baby! Hell yeah! That's strategy.
All right, Aya. 4 more javelins
That's all
come
that's left, though.
rocketing towards you.
That's all that's left.
Steven?
You, yes.
And
towards
Kara?
you.
Okay. You said Aya.
Yeah, towards Ankara, not
Okay.
Aya. Aya's dead.
Okay. Just wanna make sure. 4?
So you've healed Jesse, and now you're sprinting, and 4 javelins come rushing towards you.
Serpentine.
You did.
You gotta just zip, zop, zoop.
So here's the one on the right, which has an unobstructed shot at you. A 15 does beat your armor class.
Just goodbye.
Oh,
Bye.
take 9 damage.
Cool. Super cool. I'm dead.
These
Bye.
other attacks,
Not yet,
one,
you weren't, but you're about to be.
that first one misses you.
Jeez.
I should have just turned into a bear again.
The second one misses you. The third one hits you, dealing you 11 damage, causing you to take 2 failed death saving throws. Jeff, you run. Now you are all 150. No, wait. 120 plus 60 is 180. So Sarek and Jeff, you're both 180 feet down. Sarek and Jeff and Armros, now you can see from the barricade camp. There's a skinny looking guard with a patchy beard, like dressed in the guard uniform of Ire, like looking at the two of you and waving you on and shouting, "Come on, you can make it! You can make it!"
Serpentine, baby! Keep on that serpentine!
Serpentine!
I'm zip zopping! Zip zop zoop!
All right. Sarek, you take 2 attacks.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
The first one is from the one on the right with the unobstructed view.
Okay. Come on now.
It misses you.
Come on now, serpentine, baby! Serpentine, baby!
The second one crits you.
Oh.
At disadvantage, you rolled 20s on both rolls.
Serpentine, baby. Serpentine.
Sarek, you take 12 damage.
No.
Serpentine.
You're dead.
Dead.
Sarek
You know
is at 0 hit points.
Here's the thing. Armros, full HP. He can do this. You can get there. This is a sound
Yeah.
strategy.
Trucking
That's
down the
you,
way.
man.
Just brute forcing his way past. Okay, so that was 2 attacks, right? Yes. 3 attacks to Armoros. And this is at disadvantage, of course. So the first attack misses. The second attack misses. The third attack gets 26. dealing you 7 damage, Armoros. Okay. So now your 180 plus 60 is 240 feet down. You are within 1 sprint of your destination, Armoros.
Nice.
Are you just going to gun for it?
What else is there to do, Steven?
Well, all right, Armoros. You go booking your way down the side. First, the attack from the unobstructed javelin thrower gets a 20,
it's a hit,
which hits you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's only 4 damage, not 5.
Okay.
Keep typing a 4 instead of a +3. The second attack misses you. The third attack misses you. The fourth attack misses you.
Miss.
The fifth attack also misses you. Armoros, you run your way up to the barricade. Armoros, give me an athletics test, please.
Sure.
You are not phased. You're not breathing hard. You haven't broken a sweat. You've basically just like fast jogged your way down, just like knocking javelins left and right with your shield.
There's one on my shoulder.
We're all just face down behind
get to the end.
Yeah. And this guard is standing up here at the top of the barricade. He's sitting there and he says, who goes there? He's looking down at you.
I look up at him and I say, I just ran quite the distance to watch my friends get gunned down. If you don't open this door, I'm going to pull your spine out through your face.
Give me an intimidation check.
Okay.
With advantage. At 21, yeah, this guy's like, that's very convincing. But welcome to the barricade camp. Please, this way. And then he like climbs a little bit further up the barricade next to what looks like a sack of goods that are his that's sitting up there on top of the barricade. Yeah, he mutters to himself as you walk through the entryway. It's not a door, it's just like a break in the barricade. He mutters to himself, by the blood I spilled at the Battle of Un, what a gruesome visage. Yeah, Jeff, what you see here, let's see if I can describe this place.
It's gonna be a great episode, guys. I'll just take my time.
It's the Jeff-isode. At the center of camp,
mm-hmm.
There's a flagpole standing there with a banner hanging down limply from it. There's no moving air, so the banner isn't moving at all. There's a couple of cook fires that are sort of raising smoke and wafting a pleasant scent across the width of the camp as you walk through this barricade gap. To the northeast, you see a garishly colored tent that's sewn like patchwork out of many different cloths, like sheets and tablecloths and quilts and blankets. It looks like sort of like a central command tent. To the west, there is a heavy overturned wagon, sort of like stood up on like crates, making sort of a lean-to. Out in front of it, there is a strange bronze statue, a bronze orb suspended above the ground with rays of bronze sort of shining light in a number of different directions. You recognize this kind of statue, Armoros. It is a Sunfire brazier. And to the south, where you've just entered, there is the southern barricade. So this place is all surrounded with like stuff piled up, like wagons and doors and like chairs and tables and just all sorts of stuff making this barricade around the edge of the camp.
This guy was a normal guard, right? Like not black-eyed or anything, obviously.
Nope. He's a normal guard. He's talking to you. He's like, that's the to state your business. And there's this like this voice from like below and behind you, Armoros, and it says, "Whoa, that is an awesome sword! Wow!"
I kind of really slowly and annoyed turn and look to see what the voice is.
Yeah, like it's probably one of those things where like you turn around and there's nobody there, and then you look down, and then you look down, and then you look down even more. There's a young child standing there. He's about as tall as like almost up to your knee. He's tow-headed, which means he has like incredibly like white blonde hair. And he's like pantomiming, like waving his arm around as if he had a sword in it. He says, I had a sword too. I lost it, but I'm going to go get it soon. It's very close by. That's a really cool sword. What's your name?
I look down at him. My name's Armrose.
I'm Praetorio!
And then I kind of look at him, like a moment passes. And then I go into my bag and I pull out the chess set I think I have. Where is that?
Yeah.
I pull out the chess set and I give it to him and I say, you can have this.
Wow. Is this like something that you learn how to fight with?
It'll make your mind sharp. And when you're ready, and then I pull out an ear from my enemy and I also give that to him as well.
Wow. It's like the ear that you give him is like bigger than his hand. He's holding it with like two hands. He's like, he like looks through the hole in the middle of it. He's like, I can see you. Look, there's a hole. It's kind of gross. What is it? Where did you get it from?
You should run along now. Use those two things to become a man.
But tell me about your sword.
I'm going to take like the flat end of my sword and kind of push him like
Yeah, he like looks at it. He's like, wow, it's really black. It's like really, it's like so super dangerous. It's like super cool. Where do you go from here, Armrose?
I look at the stammering guy and I say, I need to speak to your commanding officer.
He says, he says, Rael is at the center tent. You should go speak with her.
Okay. Do you have any healers?
Healers?
Yeah, I've been speared by a javelin. I'm wounded.
Oh, I could bandage you perhaps, but that's the extent of our healing capabilities here.
How's that function, Steve? Does that do anything?
No.
Okay. I kind of look at him, just the sad baby face, and say, I will go.
Yeah. Awesome.
And then I just make my way to that tent that he pointed out, I guess.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, there's this this garishly colored tent that's sewn in a patchwork of different colors. There are two guards standing out in front of the tent. Both of them sport downturned frowns on their bronze cherub masks. Each of them wears white armor with gold studs, and both carry bone-white scimitars at their hips.
Ooh, very similar to who we faced.
Indeed, very similar. Yeah.
Did we catch the name of that knight, by the way? It was like the Blood Knight or something like that?
Yeah, what was his name? It was Udama, the Blood Knight.
I kind of pull up to him, stiffen a little bit, look at them both. We all look at each other, baby faces.
Yes.
And I'm kind of like, you guys know who Udama is?
The one on the right looks to the one at the left and says, Udama, we haven't heard that name. And then the one on the left looks at the one on the right and finishes the sentence and says, in a long time. Tell us, what do you know of? The one on the right continues, Udama, the Blood Knight.
I guess I would ask first that, what kind of relationship did you guys have? Are you big fans of his?
Yeah, they both like trade a look at each other. Roll an insight test, but at disadvantage. Like they've both got this bronze cherub mask on their face. You can't see much beyond their body language. Yeah, like you don't like. There's clearly they exchange some sort of information in the glance that they share, but you don't know what it is. The one on the right looks at you and says, "We hold our own." The one on the left, affiliation. For now.
Well, I'm at intelligence 9, so most of this passes right over my head, and I kind of look at both of them and say, I'm wearing his mask because I killed him.
Yeah, you see a reaction in their stances. Both of them stiffen up and look at each other and look back at you and say, Fighting man, do you consider yourself to be strong in the ways of combat?
Yes.
Very interesting. We enjoy tests of strength. Fighting man, what business, the one on the left, do you have here?
Need to speak to your commanding officer before I activate that statue over there and bring my friends back from the dead.
Fighting man, tell us, why should we grant your request? One on the left. Our commanding officer is very concerned with the survival of this camp.
You should grant my request because none of you have black eyes or seem to be under the spell of whatever is happening here. And we have been going through this place, dispatching those that would stand in our way.
Fighting man, says the one on the right, will you, the one on the left continues, test your mettle against one of us?
I would, but in order for it to be a fair fight, I need to be healed.
This is reasonable, says the one on the left. You may rest yourself, the one on the right continues, at any of the fires nearby. We will wait.
Brazier, right? I can go to that.
Yeah.
I kind of look at him, and I don't know that they're offering that. I just kind of think I'm being really clever. Look back and have like a real wry grin under the mask. And I'm like, yeah, I'll rest at a fire. I'll be right back.
Awesome.
I'll go activate and go back, I presume.
Yeah, super cool. So you walk over to the Sunfire Brazier.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this this overturned wagon sitting here with like strands of laundry sitting out in front of it. And back in the shadow underneath the wagon, there's a small figure wrapped in sort of like some sort of gauze or something like that, just sitting on the ground there. And the Sunfire Brazier is out in front of this wagon. Again, like the one that you first encountered when you first encountered it, it's cold, it's dark, it has like a sticky tar-like substance on the inside. What do you do?
Shit. I think Armrose doesn't remember how they activate it, so he's just kind of like looking at it for a while. And then I kind of try to set the tar on fire, I think.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Do you have a tinderbox with you?
I have a Dungeoneer's pack with 2 charges.
Awesome. I wonder if a Dungeoneer's pack has a tinderbox. Let's look and find out.
Well, there's other fires, right?
Well, I guess like realistically, anything that has a group of torches in it, so anything that has light in it should have a tinderbox with it. So yes, you can use your Dungeoneer's pack once in order to pull out a tinderbox.
I'd say I don't even use that though. I just go around the camp and like someone's by a campfire, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely. There's someone
the wagon, set it on fire, and then go over there and do it.
Awesome. So you just like rip like a wagon wheel or like a spoke out of a wagon wheel and like stick it in the fire, light it on fire, and then walk away.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. As you're walking away, you hear this rotund human man in his mid-50s say as you depart, "Great, another mouth to feed. Don't I do enough work around here already?"
Yeah, he just keeps walking.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, you walk over with this burning, spoke of a wheel, and you thrust it into the Sunfire Brazier, and it doesn't light. Jeff, roll for me roll an intelligence saving throw for Armrose.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, awesome. Very cool. So roll 1d5, Armrose.
3.
Yeah, cool. So how do you spend the 30 minutes that it takes you to remember how to activate the Sunfire Brazier?
I think he crosses his arms and stares at it.
And you just sit there for 30 minutes?
No, he's standing. He's standing just looking down at it, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Okay. So there's like 2 twinkling eyes from under this wagon that stare back at you as this figure sits there huddling in its cloak, just like glaring at you. And you're just sitting there. The thing glaring at you, sitting there. The thing glaring at you, sitting there. Finally, you hear echoing in your mind a memory of Saloon's voice. You must speak a secret which the sun has not seen in order to activate the Sunfire Brazier.
And then he like grumbles himself. Oh, that's right. He says, "Yeah, I have to speak it." You said.
Yeah.
He says, "I love my brother even when I killed him."
Whoa. Okay. Awesome. Yes. So the brazier sort of sparks inside of it, and you feel this like magical energy pouring out of your mouth as you speak these words, and the brazier fires up bright blue, and it lights. Do you want to return to the Gardens of the Moon?
Yeah.
Awesome. You return to the Gardens of the Moon. You waken refreshed, all four of you. Your backs on the grass. Saloon's voice whispering in your ears, "Welcome. It's so good to see you."
Did we do it?
Yeah, you guys, the plan worked great.
I told you it'd work.
I mean, all three of you died a horrible death, but
Yes, but one of us made it through. It worked.
That means we can go back and never have to deal with it again, right?
well, we are in a new place. There's a camp. They're going to want to do a battle of strength with me, and then we should be able to see the commanding officer.
Wait, with you? Yes. Oh, yes. You're very strong. You should have this.
I agree. Worst case scenario, you just literally go 5 or 10 feet over to the campfire. Just get me back, I guess.
I mean, maybe even best case.
Definitely worst case. Anyways, we should go.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Bye, Saloon.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Come back soon.
What?
We
Not too
won't.
soon.
Bye. Whoosh.
Yeah, totally. You fix the gaze in the reflecting pool, and this time the image inside of the reflecting pool is different. Instead of the empty room with the dragon head's statue or the dragon head fireplace, you see a makeshift camp around a flagpole, and you fix it in your mind's eye, and then whop, there you are in the middle of this camp, all four of you. Praetorio is standing there in front of you and says, "Whoa, that was really cool. How did you do it? Was that really cool? Who are your friends?"
I unsheath my sword again, flat end of it, put it to his back, and just kind of push him along.
Do you know this boy? Is this your
Boy,
squire?
You need to go master that game of chess and ponder upon the ear, and then I will speak with you.
Yeah. Yeah. He just like follows the four of you around. Britt, he's like sort of bouncing around like around your ankles, and he like tugs on your like leather jeggings. And he says, "Why do you have sticks in your hair? Are they just disguising your antlers? Wow, you have antlers, don't you? That's really cool. I wish I had antlers. If I put sticks in my hair like you, do you think that I would grow them? Where did you get the sticks from? Are they a special kind of plant? Do you have to put a special kind of plant in your hair to grow antlers? Or can you just put any kind of plant in your hair? Does it work if you maybe just like put like wood from like a broken down wagon in your hair? Because that's the only kind of wood that we have around here. We don't really have trees because we're in the middle of a camp and it's really hard to get anywhere else. Hi."
Yeah, I think you can use any wood that you can find.
"Oh boy, I'm gonna go get it right now." And he goes running away.
I hate that child.
Nice.
I hate that child.
Why do you hate him so much?
Anyways, here's the commanding officer's tent.
Aya doesn't like him either? Guys, leave him alone. I'll talk to him.
That is the plan.
No, please don't talk to him.
Well, if he talks to me, I'm going to talk back to him.
He's like a little puppy. Ambrose already gave him a chest.
Oh, I love it.
And I push Inkara. I push Inkara in his direction.
Yeah, nice. In the direction of the boy?
Yeah.
I don't want to hang out with him. I'm just saying I'm not going to reject him.
Yes, well, he needs to learn about rejection sooner or later. It's part of life.
Anyways, here's the tent.
Yeah, you're standing in front of this tent, and the two guards in white armor with the gold studs in it look at the four of you, and they say to you, "Fighting men, you have other friends. friends who are members of the guard like us. And they both nod to you, Jesse, Sarek, with your. Are you wearing the downturned baby face? Sorry,
I'm not. I don't have the baby face.
No, I put it back in the bag.
You're wearing the.
To wear it unless we all had them.
Yeah, you're wearing the gold armor. One of them nods to you, sort of like inclining his cherub face in your direction, and says, "But why, brother, have you discarded your armaments, your sacred scimitars, and your mask of Astafon third class?"
Sark like looks like before he realizes is just like, I would never be part of this stupid wyvern.
Wyvern?
Yeah, it's the big one. Stole my scimitar and mask, that rascal.
Give me a deception check.
Cool. I can do this. Deception.
Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, they frown, and they, like, you can actually see their frowns behind their masks. Like, you see their eyes like deepen and darken, and then they say, "Wyvern, do you mean to tell us the wyvern stole your gear?"
Whatever you believe, I don't care.
We're not here
because you see, one of them continues, "Our companion was slain by the wyvern. Her body lies up atop that wall still."
Oh, is that? It was a little snug, but yes, you're right. I did steal her gear, and she was dead. And then I killed the wyvern, so, deal with that.
Yeah, the one that was just talking to you points with his scimitar. He draws his white scimitar and points behind you, and the other one speaks and says, "You mean that wyvern?" And over your shoulder, like camera looking at your face, over your shoulder, we see like the head of the wyvern rise up above the walls, and it screams to the sky. "Ah!"
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. That's the one. The one who's pointing with the scimitar sheathes it and crosses his arms and says, "Your friend here, he has a request of us. He wants to meet with our fearless leader. We will grant his request on one condition."
As long as it's not to wait for you to finish your sentence.
What is it?
They both speak in unison. They both speak in unison. "Go recover her body, that we may give her a burial as befits a knight of Astafon."
That makes sense.
Sarek turns and looks to Aya and just mouths like, "Can we kill them?"
No. We should not do that.
Oh my god.
Do you perhaps have a blue orb that we can get from this as well?
Are you asking them?
Yeah.
They cross their arms and they say, "We know not of what you speak."
Okay. I think they're asking us to kill the wyvern again.
Okay. God. Is there another way back besides back through there?
So like back that way? So are you asking them or are you like observing?
No, I'm asking, is there another path to go besides back the way whence we came?
Yeah, they sort of gesture and the one on the right says, "Your path to her body is not our concern."
Am I full health by returning back, by the way?
Yes, yeah. So all four of you are at full health. You have full healing. You have all of your spells back. You've done the full rest of returning.
These are humans, correct? And if slain, will cease to exist. Yes.
Well, they are humans. They are not shadow burned. So, as far as you have encountered people like this in the past, changes to them have been permanent.
Cool. What if we just kill these people and take over the camp? Thoughts?
Yeah, I think
Why
the
can't
moment
we-
you guys had this huge debate about letting a guy go who ended up being a thief, Armros is pretty certain we're not going to kill a random group of people and a small child.
I'm not saying the
Yeah,
child.
that-
No. We kill these 2 guards. We go talk to the boss, say the guards let us do it. We throw their bodies into the thing and be like, oh, they got impaled. Then now we have like an old fat man who can like, feed us and shit. We got a little boy for like telling stories too. That's part of parenting. And then we have a boss who then we like, take over
Yeah,
as his guards.
I'm trying to think of any scenario where you kill the guards and then everyone's just like, thank God, and then we all just live happily and there's a guy that cooks for us. And
Why can't we just talk to them?
because we did, and they gave us a quest.
Yeah, I don't want to do this quest. This quest is terrible.
Can't we just tell them that the body was taken away by the wyvern earlier? So there's
Yeah, it was eaten. That's why it was just armor. Why can't we just say like I got a telepathy coming through.
Yeah.
What if we just what if we just say that we know the boss and we're there to see the boss
Yeah.
and that we don't have to do this
Sure.
because we were on the quest to kill that wyvern and we did, and they forgot.
Yeah, Sarek, make a deception test.
We can do this. I can decept. Nope, I can't.
Can I-
Yeah,
decept.
they look at you and then look at each other and then look at you and then say, "We don't think you are really a knight of Astafon." And then that's where they leave it.
I would never be a knight to this stupid kingdom.
Armoros,
That's
you
it?
feel like a tugging at your legging.
Look down.
Yeah, it's Praetorio. He's got like big blue eyes. He's very clearly like not a human child. He's tiny, but like just a miniaturized version of a human child. And he's holding like one of the knights and one of the bishops. And he's like, these two, they're really cool. I think that they're good friends, and they go on adventures and they kill. And then he pulls up like a pawn and he says, "This one."
Yeah, I unsheath my sword.
What?
The flat end to him. Push him in the direction of Ankara.
He just slides over to Ankara and he looks up at you and he says, "This is really cool. I'm sharpening my mind."
That is very important.
Do you want to see my impression? I can be just like him, just big and strong and with a big sword.
Okay.
And then he stands up really straight and like puffs out his chest and he like frowns a whole lot. And like makes his little tiny mouth look like a really sad face.
Oh, that's really good.
He's
Can
like,
this child help us at all? That's
He's
what
like,
we're trying to do.
please go somewhere else and study how to be very cool like me. And then he takes his little stick and he like pushes it against your leg and he's like,
And I walk back. Oh no! You're so
and he jumps up.
strong.
Yes, yay!
And this
So
can
you
help
said
us
the
at
wyvern's
all.
head
Yes,
spoke
yes,
up and yelled. Did you mean it was all the way across from where we came, or is it closer than that?
No, it's back on top of the Barbican, which is 300 feet down the street, back that way. So, of course, the walls that you were just walking between end next to this camp.
Sure. Bronze is like gonna try and telepathically speak to this kid.
Yeah, what are you saying telepathically to Praetorio, Aya? Aya just
I'm
like
just gonna speak
slicks
it.
back her hair.
Yeah. I'm gonna kneel down. The only audible language I can speak right now is deep speech, so I can
Nice.
still cast spells, but
Yeah.
telepathically I can still speak common.
Totally.
And I'm going to ask him if he knows a way past the guards or if he can distract the guards for us. And that if he does, Big Bad Armoros is going to give him a very special shiny.
I like that.
God, give me a persuasion roll, Aya. Oh yeah, totally. Like, I think Pretoria, like you've probably seen him like darting around the group, and like every once in a while, like he casts a glance over at Aya. What do you look like again, Aya?
I'm tall and kind of like dark-skinned, mysterious looking, and I have dark gray hair.
Yeah.
And I'm dressed in like rich robes.
Yeah, and you're like the only one who's not talking. So like every once in a while, this kid is like, he's talking to everybody else, but he's like looking at you, just like casting glances in your direction, like excitedly, like, and then looking away as if he's like not supposed to be looking at you. So you like kneel down and start talking to him like telepathically. You're not moving your mouth or anything. He's just like, okay, yeah, I can distract them. Yep, yep. Yeah, he goes running away. So the four of you are still here in front of these guards. Like, what do the four of you do? You've got these walls that you could just like climb up on top of a wall and like go that way, or you could try to run back down through this, gauntlet of death. Those are kind of like the two options you have for getting back to the Barbican.
Is there any food or drink here?
Yeah, actually, there's like a cauldron of soup that's being prepared over by the tent pole.
Yeah, Sark just goes over to the soup.
Cool, awesome. You walk over in the direction of the soup, Sarek, and let's see. Nope.
No soup. Zero soup.
Yeah. There's a man who is standing there at the base of the flagpole with a limp pennant that's hanging down in tatters. The pennant is gray with a rust-red circle inscribed rudely on the pennant itself. At the base of the flagpole, there are 3 cook fires with bubbling and simmering pots on top of them. It smells awful. There is a rotund human man standing next to these 3 pots. He's wearing a grease-stained white apron and has a wax-curled mustache that he's twirling with one hand while stirring a pot with another. He's looking at it and sniffing. Ah, yes, a little bit of this, and then a little bit of that, and then, if only I had some hellebore! An artist cannot work without it. Oh, hello. What? Can I help you?
What are you cooking? Yeah.
I am cooking a soup. It is a very delicious, delectable meal that will keep us all running for a time. Yes.
Right.
And who are you?
I'm here to help. But boy, you can't help when you're hungry, right?
He sort of like looks over his glasses at you and says, "Are you with the camp?"
No, the camp's with me.
Very well. You may help in order to earn your food.
How might I earn my food?
He beckons you a little closer. And he says, Yeah, he looks at you and he says, "There's a young rascal in camp. He always tries to steal an extra portion of food. I need you to stand guard for me and make certain that he doesn't get his grubby little hands in these pots. You won't believe the efforts I expend to make sure that our food is delicious and clean of dirt and grime and God knows what else gets on those hands. Keep these pots safe from that child, and maybe I will deign to feed you."
Like, for how long, though?
For like a while. I need to think. I need to go look in my tent, see if I can find any herbs. An artist cannot create without materials.
Fine, yes, of course. Go do that. I will protect your soup.
Very well. And then he sort of like turns around and walks away and then says, "You look familiar."
No, I don't.
He turns around and leaves.
I immediately go in on the soup.
Awesome.
I want to try this soup.
Yeah, totally. Okay. Jesse, roll a perception test for me, please.
Oh boy, I can't wait. 12?
Yeah.
It's like water. You can't tell what's in there. Is that a hand? Who knows?
It's not good soup. Like, it smells kind of bad. It tastes kind of bad. Like, it's kind of burnt, like whatever. But you see out of the corner of your eye, like a tiny child, a tiny toe-headed child, like sneaking, like whispering the Mission Impossible theme song to himself as he like goes. All I can think of right now is the Pink Panther theme song.
It's a known song in this world.
Yeah.
Hello there. No, I see you. Hello. No, I still see you. It doesn't make it. You're not any more sneaky.
He's got like a big board in his hands. It's like 3 times his side. It's like almost as tall as you.
What are you doing?
He's got this shit-eating grin on his face, and he says,
"Stop it!
I'm making a distraction."
What for who?
He walks over to one of the cauldrons, and he shoves the board under it. It starts catching on fire.
What do you like? Can I pull the board out?
Okay.
I pull the board out and just like throw it.
Give me an athletics check. Okay, a 9. Oh, he got a 10. So, Sarek,
how is this little boy more athletic than me? I can't even. Oh God!
Sarek, you're standing next to these 3 bubbling pots of soup. This tiny child, he's like the size of your shin, walks up with this massive board like held above his head. He like shoves it under, and then he starts levering up, and you see this pot of soup like tilting up.
No!
Grab it, and you just like utterly fail. This child physically overpowers you and levers the soup up and splatters it all over the ground. There's like a loud clang and like a hiss as soup spills into the fire. Like you probably like have to dodge back or get like boiling soup all over your legs. And the cook comes running out of his tent nearby, and he says, "By the gods, what have you done?"
I hate children.
And I think that's where we should probably take our break for today.
Welcome back to the Sunfall Cycle. Oh,
Best one.
You know what?
This is why I wasn't saying anything.
No one heard a thing you said. You know what? You're welcome. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say you're welcome for that. I'm gonna say no one heard nothing. You're welcome.
Welcome. Just for the time that I muted your mic.
You're welcome.
Hey, it's okay. Yeah. It's okay. You're welcome.
Yeah. Remember me in your darkest times. I saved you that one time. Remember, it was me who was there for you. Yeah, we're back. Let's do this thing. Let's keep it going, right. Shall we?
Yeah. Okay. So this kid just like totally overpowered Sarek. This chef is like, he's like charging like a bull. Like all of a sudden, like his rotundness doesn't look rotund. It looks like he's like a slab of human just like charging in a direction. And Sarek, you're not a heavy set guy, right?
No, I'm like a waif of a dude.
I mean, you did just lose an arm wrestling contest to a halfling child.
Yeah, no, I am like I'm a stick covered in paper mache, essentially. I am a very flimsy individual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
totally.
yeah.
What do you do when you see this chef charging in your direction?
I like scramble and try to run back to the group. Like,
nice.
These people here are crazy. Oh my God. I don't even, did you see this man? But, just screaming the entire time, like, the entire way back.
Awesome. Let's see. What did they point? Yeah, totally awesome. Yes, the knights absolutely, like, they hear the cook just like shrieking, "My art, the food, how will I feed all of these mouths? My great work." They hear all of this from the other side of the tent, and they just like immediately like turn and they look at you, Armoros, and they say, "Do you give us your word you will not pass? We have duties to attend to."
He looks at him, tilts his head, and says, "No."
Good. And then they just like leave. They run around the corner of the tent.
Okay, I shrug and then walk through the tent, I guess.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So, Jesse.
Yes.
Sarek, you've got this like large cook. Like, "I asked you to watch it. Why did you not watch for the boy?"
I
And then
did,
you've got
but then the boy. Then I watched
other
it.
two guards walking in your direction, and they're like, "We don't think you came by that armor, honestly."
What? But I did even kill a dragon. This is one of the few things I have done, honestly. And I don't. And it's the thing over here, the boy, and he's a very strong boy.
The boy has no place here. He is merely an irritant.
Yes, agreed. We should take him out. All four of us. Round up a posse. Round up. We should get rid of him. That boy, oh, he is trouble. Let me tell you.
The cook sort of like he raises his hands. He says, "Now. Pretorio is a little bit spoiled, but I would never say that we should get rid of him." And the two guards say, "Yes, we should get rid of him. He is nothing but, what is the word? A nuisance? No, a liability. He is a liability."
Yes, this is a war zone. Children should not be here. This is.
They both nod. They say, "Maybe you were in the guard."
Yes, maybe. Listen here, you. And I turn around and put my finger into his chest, like,
What, the boy's chest?
Us, into the cook. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the cook.
Either you're with us or you're against us.
Yeah, he sort of splutters and he says, but my duty is to feed, not to exile. What are we if not a place for all people to come and gain succor?
Then perhaps you should be the one to watch the boy at all times.
He frowns. He says, "But the child is so spoiled."
Yes, much like your food. Now you should be the one to watch him.
Yeah, awesome. Make a persuade check.
Oh, please let me persuade you. God, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What is happening? Oh.
Yeah, he turns to you and says, "Watch whom? Watch whom?" And he like gestures around, and like this boy is nowhere to be found. Armoros and Kara Aya are both of you, and Kara and Kairos apparently. Welcome back to the party, Kairos.
Oh, what happened? What? What?
Aya is Kairos today.
I don't know why. I'll fix that.
What are the two of you doing?
I'm torn because I first wanted to just like talk to these guys and see if I could be friends with them, and then I didn't want the child to die, but it seems like the kid got away. So I guess I'll go inside the tent with Armoros, and if I have to, like, try to talk us out of it or make friends with someone so we don't all die or murder a bunch of people needlessly.
Yeah. And Ioros, are you going in the tent as well? Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So Armoros, you push open the flaps of the tent, and inside you see let's see. Yeah, there's like a couple of low burning braziers that are producing smoke that rises out of a hole in the top of the tent, but they cast enough light along with like one or two oil lamps to light the interior well. There's like a handful of very sparse niceties in here. There's like a threadbare rug on the floor and a small cot that has very clearly been removed from somewhere else and then planted here. In the center of the room, there is a table with what looks like some sort of a map inscribed on its surface. You can make out various features like the Great Palace itself, a great forest, a small town, the parade grounds in front of the palace, etc. There's a woman in here, like leaning against the table. She turns to the woman next to her and says, "Thank you, Selenar. Your inventories are very helpful. Juniper, what word from our runner into servitude?" And then she like looks up at the three of you entering, and then she says, "Castor, Pollux, excuse me, what are you doing here? We are discussing important matters. Who are you?" And then she looks at you, Armos, and then she says, "Ah, of course, one of the king's guards. Well, it's very lovely of you to join us. What can I do for you?"
Oh my god! I was like, "What the hell was that?"
Where did that come from? Do you have one of those just on?
She has a kazoo.
Yeah, that's the worst vape I've ever seen in my life, dude.
If your vape was also kazoo, that'd be amazing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I look at this commanding lady, and then I look back at Aya and kind of narrow down. It's like, behave. And then I look back at her. And I'm like, we have some questions. We're just passing through.
She says, "Oh, okay, very well. Is there what do you want to know?" And then she waves to Salinar and Juniper, and says, "Thank you. This will only be a moment."
We are, well, I'll turn it over to my companions in a second, but I would like to know if you have any answers as to what's going on here, or why some of you are okay and others seem to be possessed.
Oh, you mean and she sort of gestures vaguely in the direction of the Barbican. Mm-hmm. Yes. Honestly, I'm not entirely certain. I don't know. It's not my area of expertise. Some kind of spell hit everyone really hard. Some people seemed to snap and just haven't been the same ever since. I don't know much about it, but are you looking for answers to this? Who are you?
We're a group of adventurers. We've been sent to make our way through here. We're looking for blue orbs to restore a goddess. Have you seen any?
Blue orbs? Listen, buddy, I'm really just trying to keep my people alive here. I don't know much about the spell, but I think I saw Exemplar Vanara heading into the Kingswoods, so maybe he knows more. It's out into the parade grounds and then left through the archways.
We'll definitely check that out, but think of us as an asset. We can help. If you have any information that can help us, we will be removing the threats that endanger your encampment.
Well, if you want to help, we did send a runner into the town of Servitude, and we haven't heard back from them.
We can look into that. And Kara,
okay.
Anything for her? She seems very impatient.
Yeah.
She sort of like breathes a little bit now that you start talking about like ways you can be of use. She says, "Okay, so I don't know if you've noticed, but shit has kind of hit in the fan. We're, as far as I can tell, all that's left alive. And there's like a number of people around the camp. There's probably like 12 to 15 people total. Aside from like the individuals you've spoken with, there's like a handful of folks hanging around." She says, "As far as I can tell, the people you have seen here in the camp, we're all that's left. We're all that's made it. None of us know what's happening in the palace itself. None of us know what's happening outside of this camp. We saw the smoke from what seemed to be a cook fire from somewhere in the north of the town of Servitude, perhaps near the gardens. We sent Abelmar as a runner to go investigate, but we haven't heard back from him, and I fear the worst. It'd be a world of help if someone could tell us what's happened."
Perhaps we do this thing for you. And of course, we'll put our lives in danger. Is there anything you can offer in compensation?
What are you looking for? We have a safe space. You could come back. You can rest here. We can feed you. We can provide you with a tent so you can sleep. But in this hellscape of a never-ending day, I don't know how much comfort that's worth. Honestly, at this point, she sort of like takes a moment to herself, and then she says, "Close that flap. Come closer. Listen, I'm holding on to command here because these people have faith in me because of my position in the army. But honestly, I'm at a complete loss. All I'm doing is keeping us going one day, if you can call it that, after another. And anything that can give these people some kind of hope, or food supplies. Food would be great. I think if you spoke to Ulvund, he would probably be incredibly grateful for bringing supplies back. Could probably point you to something useful. Beyond that, we are not people who have help for you. There's nothing here.
Well, like you, we are stuck in this hellscape as well. So I'm sure if we can, we will help. But anything like armor, valuables, things we can use to further improve our efficiency would be, of course, most welcome.
Armor or valuables. Okay, look, she points down at the table. Do you see this building here? And she points, like, the table is inscribed very abstractly. In the south, there is the front gate of the palace compound. She's marked a bold X burned into the table, apparently where this camp is located. There is a burnt representation of a palace, like a parade ground, and then just like a sketched out palace, just like an icon, not like a layout or an architectural drawing, just an icon of a palace in the center of the table. To the east of the palace and to the south, sort of joining the space between the camp and the palace itself, there's a collection of small buildings. There's an empty square, there's a bell tower, and sort of in the southeast corner, she says, do you see this building here? This is an armory. The holy town of servitude is where all of the servants of the palace compound reside when they're not at work in the palace compound itself. This armory was the production center for the Knights of Astafon. If you go there, I'm certain that you can find and scavenge any number of goods, probably significant quantities of perfectly serviceable weapons and armors, as well as raw materials that could be forged into whatever you can imagine. That's where the palace compound's manufacturing center took place.
Steven?
Yes.
Can I interject for a minute? Hey, fans, if you're out there just watching and you are an artist, boy, would I love like an awesome detailed map of all this, just to like throw up on the screen, just to be like, yes, this makes sense. So like, I'm not saying you should, but like
you could.
I mean, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna make a new page and I'm gonna draw some random shit that is the shitty designer art version of what this looks
That's
like.
the only art I know. Shitty designer art.
So let's see. We've got walls all the way around the palace compound. Yep. What is going on? Oh my God. Roll 20. Why you be like this? Why?
It loves you. It loves you.
Dude, holy shit. All right, good. Bit of the map background, freehand. Yep. So, yep. Oh my God, roll 20.
There's like any concept artists out there who want to make like a really dope looking map.
Are y'all seeing this?
I'm seeing little dots.
Okay, good. All right, finally. I figured out what was going wrong. Okay, good. I got it. I was on a different tab.
Oh.
I'm just saying, go back, rewatch all the episodes, add this information to it. We could have a really cool looking map, but then you got to make it like gothic looking. Yeah, that'd be nice. Or, for bonus points, make it look like it was a sketch from Sarek's book.
Ooh.
All right. Here we've got the gate.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, we got the gate.
Here we've got the camp.
Yeah, we got the gate. Why is that Venus flytrap monster up on top of
That's the dragon.
Is that a Smash Brothers
You
stage?
ponce.
Is that...
We've got like a bunch of buildings over here. There's a wall that goes around this way. There's a wall that goes around this way. A bunch of buildings. There's like a square here in the middle.
Uh-huh.
There's a bell tower. Bong. Oh God, I just hit back. I wonder what that's going to do.
That's what you ever trying to hit bong. Bong.
Bong.
There,
I was trying to hit bong, and I hit back instead. Loading, loading, loading. There's a bell tower.
This is beautiful. This is real. All right, so I see. Yeah,
Helpful.
I see. Yeah. I mean, it's yeah.
Oh, Jesse, I hate you.
What? I didn't do anything. What? Me? I didn't do anything.
Yep, here's the bell tower.
Right.
Good. Yep.
Those are more. And so where are we exactly? We're at the X?
You're at the X.
And the statues are along the road from the piranha plant all the way to where we're at. And then
Yep.
at the X, there's a path that leads over to the bell tower and the housing. And then there's another path that leads to a garden? A forest?
Yeah, here, this strangely shaped image over here with the hammer on top of it.
Oh, I got to move.
It looks kind of like an anvil because it's the armory. That's where the armory is.
And that's where the peasants are? The servants?
Yeah, so this is the holy town of servitude.
Why is it holy?
Well, you'll have to ask that. Wait, goddamn it. I clicked the wrong button again. All right,
Stop hitting bong. Stop hitting bong.
Stop hitting bong.
Stop hitting the bong.
Okay, good. I can take all of that. We can move it down over here so I can draw more stuff. Cool. Yes, over here, freehand, there's a forest. This is the map that's inscribed, burned onto the tabletop.
Sure.
Sure. Sure.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Called the Kingswood, which I think I've seen that movie before.
Yep, exactly. Called the Kingswood. And then over here, there's like some sort of castle thing.
How very technical. There's like a castle thing. So it is the Disney castles up there?
Yeah, it's the Disney castle right up there. Cool. Yeah.
Is there
so
stuff
that's
behind it? Is there like an area behind the castle?
Yes, there is, but it's not detailed on this map.
You monster. You monster. Okay, sure.
Yeah, so she points and she says, there's a marketplace here. Beyond the marketplace, you'll reach the bell tower here. And she points to the bell tower and she says, continue past the bell tower, head to the south, and you'll reach the armory there. And that's where you'll find the manufacturing process for the Knights of Astaphan's weapons and armor. You'll find perfectly serviceable weapons, armors, and probably raw materials there. That's where I would look for weapons and armors. Up here is the castle. We haven't seen or heard word from anyone inside the castle, so God only knows if the Knights of Astaphan are even still intact as an order. Over here, we have the Kingswood. As I said before, Exemplar Venara was heading into the Kingswood and may be able to tell you more about this spell that has affected certain people stronger than others.
All right. I mean, I'm not there, so good luck, guys.
Oh yeah, you're not even
I'm
fucking
not
there.
even in the room. I just want to know what it looked like. I was trying to follow along. I don't know. It's just these three. I'm outside trying to kill a kid.
Okay. Well, it seems like we could go to the armory and stock up and then go into the forest.
Yes, she wants us to help find this man, right?
Yeah, we'll find her friend.
We can do that.
Yes, his name is Abelmar.
Abelmar.
Abelmar. He's he's Praetorio's brother.
Oh.
You might be better off. Sorry. That was more mean than I meant it to be.
So we're all in agreement that we should go to the armory first. Okay.
Well, sure.
We'll have to ask Sarek.
You just hear like shouting outside.
Yeah, you hear shouting and like this guy. It's art. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She looks around at the three of you. Is there anything else you need? Because I'm kind of busy.
Not me. We'll do our best to find your person, Abelmar.
Thank you. I know that would do a lot to help morale in the camp.
Okay.
What about her face?
Then we leave.
Big, small face?
What
Mask?
face? What?
I was
Mask?
asking a question.
What does he look like?
Oh.
Oh, what does Abelmar look
Yeah,
like?
what does Abelmar look like?
Puerto Rican, I think.
He's wearing a tunic of the Guards of Ire, so the red and green. He is tall for a halfling, so the tunic may be hanging off of him a little bit. It's a little bit large, and he has thick curly brown hair.
Cool.
He'll look not insane.
That seems like enough description.
Or will he? Okay.
All
Thank
right,
you.
we'll do our best.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
I just walk out of the tent.
Yeah, I presume the three of you leave the tent.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I think probably by this time, Sarek, the argument with Castor and Pollux and Ulvund has sort of like come to a conclusion.
And
Ulvund is probably just fuming over the loss of his soup. He's probably like tilted over the cauldron, is trying to like scoop muddy soup back into the cauldron itself.
so where do we stand with the boy problem?
What was you were proposing that we like eliminate the boy problem?
The guards were with me. And so, I might have failed to persuade the cook to do it, but everyone else was down to get
What
rid
was
of
your
this kid.
persuasion test? Your persuasion was a 5. Probably like as soon as you suggested that, the guards were both like, "Oh, this is actually a terrible idea."
Stupid gods and stupid castle. Okay.
Yeah, you see your companions leaving the tent.
Yeah, I just go walk over to them like, well, this was a giant waste of time.
Maybe for you.
What'd you discover?
There's a map and an armory, and they need help finding someone. So we're going to help them.
It doesn't involve going back the way we came, does it?
No, absolutely not.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah. Sarek, you feel a blinding pain explode from your ankle.
Sarek's face goes like pale white. And he turns like fists clenched, ready to like just hurt something. Whatever it could possibly be, it's gonna get it.
It's Praetoria! He's like swinging around a stick, and he looks at you, and he like holds the stick to himself, really like surprised. He says, "Sorry, I didn't mean to."
Sarek like sighs and just turns around and just begins to walk away.
Praetorio starts following you, and he starts talking. I'm practicing so that I can be great, like that guy over there with the big sword. It's such a big sword. Do you see it?
Yes, I've seen his sword.
He's got like one little stick, and he's like swinging it around. He's like, I used to practice with a sword.
Yes, you should practice with that sword.
I should practice. I should study the ear. And he holds up the ear and like waves it in front of your face. And I should play with these toys.
Wow, what a great ear.
It's a good ear. I don't know what it is, and I don't know what it does, but it's going to be famous when I grow up. It's going to be my biggest fame.
So famous.
I'm going to be Praetorio of the ear.
Yes, you will. They'll call you Praetorio of the ear.
Swings his stick around, and he like leaps up on top of like a nearby overturned wagon and says, I'm Praetorio.
Yep. That's your fault. You know this, right? He like turns, looks at all those like, this is all your guys' fault. This is
I'm very
you.
amused by all of this.
Yep. Praetorio like waves at you shyly as you walk past. Cool. So there's 2 exits from this camp area. Let's see. I think one exit to the north leads to the parade ground, and visible as you look to the north, far, far to the north of you, you see the palace dominating everything. It's this massive structure of yellow stone built up with towers and parapets and balustrades, all manner of fancy word that mean palace part, sort of looming over the parade ground in between you and the palace. Nearby, the closest sort of like point of interest that demarks any sort of space between you and the palace is a large covered wagon that has broken wheels and 2 dead oxen, sort of like it's probably like 100 feet away from the camp. This parade ground is like this large, featureless space where you would expect an army to form or to practice. And so like that's the first like solid point that you can see here. Beyond the collapsed caravan and to the right is a large building ringed with columns, stretched with hide between the columns, obscuring most of the building itself, but like the top of the building sort of pokes up from behind the hide that's covering the building itself. Building looks like it's built back against a wall. As we're looking at this terribly drawn table map, man, like whoever drew that map on the table was a really bad drawer. Terrible. So like you can see there's like this archway that leads into the holy town of servitude, and it looks like the building itself is back against the wall that the archway is within, sort of up over here-ish. To the east, you see a pathway leading off towards this archway over here. And it looks like the ground between here and there is actually very muddy, like it's been churned and like turned up by people and animals, and like water never drained properly out of the earth there. And then beyond it, you see this archway, and beyond the archway, you see the buildings that make up the holy town of servitude. So, good friends, what do you do?
I would love to like just look the place over, because I don't want to get impaled again, man. Being impaled sucks.
True.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, chat.
I know it's
great.
I know it's controversial.
It's not great.
It's not great.
I know I'm out on a limb by myself here, but being impaled, not fun, y'all. Not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to give it a look.
So what direction are you looking? Are you looking to
I
the
want
east
to look
or the
in the direction of the parade.
Okay, the parade grounds. Give me a perception test, please.
I would love to.
16. Yeah, let me see what I can tell you. Yes, the closest thing that you can see is this large covered wagon, which is hooked up to 2 dead, bloated oxen. The wagon itself is sort of like fallen on one side. 2 of its wheels have broken and fallen off. The other 2 wheels look very damaged. And the wagon looks like it's pretty heavily laden. It looks like there's sort of junk all over the inside of the wagon. Okay. Other than that, like scanning the nearby area, like there's no statues. There's like looking up in the sky, there's like birds maybe flying very high in the sky, sort of wheeling around. They don't seem to see you, notice you, or care about you.
So it's relatively more peaceful than our previous areas.
Yeah, or at least there's less visible sign of threat.
You monster.
Can I look too?
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see much the same sorts of things.
Okay.
Can I look over the other direction was towards, can I look at is the columned building considered a separate thing from the parade grounds?
Yes. Yeah.
Can I give that the old once over?
The building, so like again, from your current position at the northern exit of the camp, sort of like at this gap within the barricade. Like you can't see very much. There's just this large building poking up out of the top of these columns that have hide stretched between them, which is obscuring most of the building itself. And you can't see anything else from over that away.
Do we know what this building would be? Or what it would be used for? Is it like the leather working place? Or is it just like a creepy place that has hides out front?
You know, Ulvund has set his knocked over cauldron back on the fire on its little tripod and is like cursing to himself nearby. Precocious child, I can't believe no respect for the work that I do.
Would he know?
I mean, he's
Would he
there.
know?
Oh, God. Excuse me.
You! I can't believe. Yes. What is it?
I go up to him and like put my arm around him. I'm like, look, you may be angry with me, but nothing bonds one's more than being defeated by a pesky child. And I feel like you and I are both in that same boat, my friend. So perhaps you could be of some help.
I was not defeated by a pesky child. I was defeated by my trust in a pesky half-elf.
Yes, well, had it not been for your prior defeats to said pesky child, you wouldn't need this untrustworthy half-elf. So here we are, two fools in the same boat. Perhaps you can help me.
Very true, very true. Well, what is it you want?
Beyond the parade grounds there, there's a building with leather and various... What purpose does it serve?
You mean the menagerie?
The menagerie?
The menagerie.
And pray tell, what is menagering in it?
What is menagerie? By the gods, where would you educated man? Listen, King Astafon keeps all manner of beasts on display and ready for combat. Some of the Knights of Astafon even ride into battle on the backs of ferocious beasts, spines and fangs and poisonous barbs. The menagerie, good sir, is where said beasts are kept.
Well, great to know. That's why you and I... Oh, and he like sort of taps him on the shoulder. He's like, I like you.
Peas in a pod, eh?
Yes, oh yes. Speaking of peas...
Both about to be popped out and into a boiling soup.
I do love a good soup. You know, if I find anything out there, I'll bring it back and we can boil it up, eh?
Well, I must admit it would be useful to have materials. An artist cannot create without materials. Don't you agree?
I, too, am an artist. I keep my notepad on me at all times.
Listen, what is your name again?
Sarek is my name.
Sarek, I am Ulvund. I think we got off on the wrong foot earlier.
Oh,
Listen,
agreed.
Sarek, you want to stay around here? You're going to have to help us out. Do you see that covered wagon out there?
Yes, oh my, yes.
It's being pulled by oxen. Maybe there's something useful in the wagon or in the oxen, if you catch my drift.
Sark gives him like a little wink. He's like, I understand.
By the gods, our luck may be turning. Well.
Well, I'll get on that, pal. And he sort of like jabs him again. I'm gonna go back to my friends now, and we'll be back. I promise you something delicious on my return. Don't you worry.
He wipes his greasy hands off on his apron. He says, yes, well, thank you. Yes, well, seems as though perhaps you may be of some use after all, if not guarding, then for procuring materials. Thank you.
Yes, all right then. And Sark like turns around and goes, like just walks back to everyone else under his breath. He's like, idiot.
What do you say when you... Yeah, totally. I think this was probably quite loudly held.
Okay. I definitely want to set all of the animals in the menagerie free.
What? We know nothing. We know nothing. Oh, my God.
They're trapped in there.
Druids.
And you tell him you're just going to take an animal out of capture for him to cook? That's not how it works.
No, I'm going to take
you
one
need
of
to
those
earn your
dead,
food.
I'm going to take one of those dead oxen and probably like cut off a leg and bring it back to this idiot.
If it's already dead, but...
Yes, use all the parts or whatever it is druids believe.
Yeah. That's not exactly how we do
I think
it.
that's
but
whatever, same thing.
my main concern is the animals in the menagerie.
Oh, gross. All right, so what's the plan? We either go to the parade grounds, the menagerie, or we like, I don't know, you tell me. I'm tired of coming up with the ideas. I'm so smart and you're all so dumb.
You hear the chef back at the cauldrons, like stirring one of them, and says, "I'm so tired of coming up with all the recipes. I'm so smart. Everybody else is so dumb."
Well played.
I think either way, we should go to the armory first. That seems logical.
I mean, we have to go. Do we have to go through the parade grounds to get to the armory?
You have to go through the town of
We should go to
servitude.
the town.
Right. Okay. Well, we know very little about this town. We know very little about the servants.
Let's go meet them.
Oh God. Ambrose,
Maybe
thoughts?
they'll have information.
Thoughts on this? You want to go do this? I'd ask Aya, but she can't talk.
We're here to figure out what's going on. Don't you think that them living inside of this place, they might know
But
something?
they're the servants. They don't know anything.
What?
I think it takes a long time for us to accomplish anything because we keep getting distracted.
That's true, and servants are nothing but a distraction. I agree.
You asked me to input what I think we should do.
Well, Aya agrees
And
with
so
me.
I am.
Yes, look at her. Yes, she does. Yes, that's the look of a woman who agrees with me. I've seen that look before.
I don't think she agrees with you.
Yeah, well, no.
Aya, what do you want to do?
Flaming skull. That means she wants to kill those servants. I'm in.
No.
You're going to follow? Okay, hold on. You're going to follow Ankara. Sure, okay. And then
To the town.
to the town, and then
talk to the town.
eat the servants. I mean,
We
that's
talk
dark,
to
but
them.
okay. That's dark, but all right. Very dark. But I imagine we're all hungry. If I'm hungry, I was about to eat that idiot's soup. I figure if we, whatever. Who knows, dark gods and whatnot, I imagine.
Is that kid somewhere around here?
Yeah, you see Praetorio like standing on top of like a pile of rubble, like brandishing his stick. Praetorio!
Hey, Pretorio, Sarek wants to practice with you. Come over.
No, I don't.
He comes
No, I don't.
running down the side of
Oh
the
my God.
pile.
Oh my God.
Yeah, let's see. Wait, what does he say to Sarek?
Are you sure you don't want to go to the town and talk to people?
You monster, you tell him to go away right now. You tell him to leave right now.
He's already here.
No, you tell him to go back. You tell him
He looks
to
up
go
at you
away.
and he says, "You look mean.
I am mean. You should go
Why do you
away
look so mean?"
because I am.
He looks very mean. Do you think he looks mean? I think he looks kind of mean.
Oh
Do you
my
think
God.
what is it made to like look mean? Do I look happy? And he's asking you, Ankara.
You look very happy. He does look very mean.
I'm very happy. I'm going to defend the town and I'm going to kill all the monsters.
Yeah. Hey, do you know anything about the people in the town?
What kind of
Okay.
people? There's nice people and not so nice people.
The town of servitude. Are they all nice or some of them are not nice?
Well, they used to be very nice generally, but nowadays lots of them are not so nice anymore. They got all weird and funny with like eyes that turn black. It's
Their
not good.
eyes are all black?
Lots of people, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I need my sword, so I can defend against the people with the black eyes.
Yeah, and they won't be able to help us.
No,
Do
they
the
won't.
Do the servants have black eyes?
Well, some of them. Why do you want to
Some
know?
of them. Well, that means that there's still more in the town that we can talk to. Do you know your way around the town?
I think I know where my house is, but that's kind of far away, and I think I should probably stay here.
Okay. Well, that was sort of helpful.
But Abelmar would probably help you.
Who? Oh, yeah.
Abelmar, he's my
Maybe we
older
should
brother.
go find him first then.
Oh, go into the forest.
Yes.
Abelmar's not in the forest. Abelmar went into the town. They said that they found like a campfire and that maybe there were other people who are alive and need help. And so Abelmar volunteered to go run because he has a big sword, just like this guy. And he like points at Armor.
Who went to the forest then?
I don't know. Nobody goes to the forest. That's a bad place.
Why is it a bad place?
It's just off limits. It's not where we're supposed to go.
Didn't he say the woman said that he went to the forest, right?
Abelmar went into the town of Servitude.
He did.
There's someone else who went into the forest.
Oh. Wait, guys, who went into the forest?
I literally don't know. I thought it was Abelmar went into the forest.
Excelsior, or whatever his name is.
Excelsior?
It was Exemplar Venara.
Oh, Exemplar Venara.
Might be able to tell you more about what happened to this place.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Well, we could go
This is the
find
DM trying to track you guys back into the story.
We need to go back and we need to go into the town then.
It's not going to work, Jeff.
I know. I'm
you
just
and me,
waiting.
buddy. We're in this for real.
Like 30 minutes of like, there's animals in there? What do we do about the animals? And then Jesse's like, there's a little child. And I'm like,
Jeff, you gotta build the game that players want to play.
hey, Bronze Girl and I, we got this thing going where we're being just, we're letting the kids play, and then the adults will come in a little bit.
I suggested
oh, how dare you, Bronze? How dare you? You would be playing if you had a voice. You'd be playing.
Yeah, you would.
She's the one who don't try to take Bronze Girl from me.
She's the one who made everything go to shit with the kid and the guards.
I think we should go to the town.
Sure, okay. As long as I get away from this kid.
Okay. I just
All
start
right.
walking toward the town.
Nice. Yeah, you head out the eastern barricade exit.
As we leave, can I mentally ping Armoros and tell him that I owe the kid money?
Oh, the kid money?
I said that Armoros would give him a shiny. I did say that.
Oh,
True.
I am going to give him my little shiny insignia rank.
Okay, your rank of insignia. Awesome. Yeah. He looks down at it and he says, "Wow, this is like a real military medal. It's super nice. It'd be nice to have a sword to go with it."
If when I come back, you are able to defeat me in chess, I will give you a sword.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go practice. My favorite character is the knight.
I pull out my sword and kind of scoot him along with the sword.
Yeah. As he goes, he just like starts talking about the knight in chess. The knight has 230 hit points, and he can make a dash attack that deals 50 hit points worth of damage, but he can only do it once every 3 rounds. See, I have a small piece of dice that I used. Well, see. He keeps like talking as you shove him out of the way and walk away.
It's worth noting the guy we're looking for is a halfling then as well. They're brothers. So keep your eyes low.
All right, well, after you then.
Nice. All right. You walk in the direction of the holy town of Servitude. Now, would all 4 of you make perception rolls for me, please?
Oh my god.
I always pass that. With advantage, right? Right.
Well, second highest result is a 9. So yeah, like, you guys start like walking through some muddy fields, and you're heading towards like an impressive archway in the wall that separates the town of Servitude from the parade grounds, which you're sort of at the entrance to the parade grounds down here at the southern end of the parade grounds. You're approaching this archway, and inscribed on the archway above you are the letters reading Servitude. You are facing a street with wealthy buildings on each side. They have marble facades. They were white, but now are burnt and smoked. Doors are barricaded or broken down, etc. The street itself is wide. There are 2 lanes with a center meridian. The center meridian is marked by letters that are formed out of bright teal tile. First an A, and then an S, and then maybe like a ways down the road you see a T. They're very spread out. It's hard to see them all. There's a number of balconies on either side of the street. A ways down the street, so it sort of curves and winds its way into the town. A bed has been tossed out onto the street on its side. It looks kind of broken, as if it fell from a height. Maybe it was tossed from like the second story. There is a white raven sitting up on top of the archway with fire glowing in its eyes. It looks down at you and quarks in your direction.
We need to get that, right? We need to get that raven.
We encountered a white raven before?
A yellow raven before.
But not a white. Okay.
Okay.
Go over to the white raven, probably.
It's way above us, though, right?
Yeah, it's up on top of this archway that reads servitude.
Can we shout at it? Be like, Raven, come down here.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. The raven goes, what? And then it flaps its wings, poof, and takes off, flying in the direction of the town.
Oh.
Maybe it doesn't understand me.
It doesn't matter now. Let's proceed.
Awesome. Yeah, the four of you walk under the archway inscribed servitude, entering into the town. And I think that's probably where we should end today's episode of the Sunfall Cycle, the last episode of the Sunfall Cycle for 2018. So,
all right,
you should definitely follow my Twitter account and Jesse's Twitter account so you can see when we're going to come back.
Yes. I imagine post-holidays, when everyone's nice and chill and relaxed, and you guys can take a break at home, too, and you can, like, I don't know, draw a map. Take the next few weeks, draw a map.
Jesse really wants this, I think.
I
really
very
needs
much
this
do.
map.
I want, like, a detailed map with, like, on the compass rose, it has, like, dragons and shit. Oh, my God. No, the compass rose is the sun with the veins and... Oh, my God. Make it happen, internet. All right. I'm very demanding. Look, if you're going to watch this for free, you're going to owe me.
You gotta make some fan art. We gotta get some more fan art going.
You owe me that fan art, you sons. All right, so let's go around this room here, and we'll start with Britt, who is that?
It's me, Brett Wiseman.
Still?
Hi, it's still me.
All right.
It is I. Thanks for letting me play. Thanks for watching, guys. This is really fun, and I'm really sad that I have to wait multiple weeks to see what's in this town. So I'm very excited. There's so much more than that. I know there is. There's so much in this town. It's rich with all sorts of things.
The potentiality.
I'll probably do like a Christmas stream or something, a holiday stream, but I don't know when it is. So you can follow my Twitter. It's my name, Britt Wiseman. I'll tweet about it. Stream. Last year we did gingerbread houses, so we might do some gingerbread houses again. They're not good. They're bad, but it's fun. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope everyone has a really nice holiday. And I'm looking forward to coming back.
If people out there are like, I wanna prepare myself for a Brit gingerbread stream, go check out the Netflix show Nailed It. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's people who aren't cooks trying to recreate masterful things. And it's...
Britt's a fantastic cook. I'm not gonna let that.
I'm a good cook. I'm not a good gingerbread house builder.
Yeah.
I have my suspicions that when she says she's not good at that, she's probably actually also good at that.
Yeah, when you see it, it's gonna be beautiful and like, oh no, I suck at this.
No, it's sincerely, it's really bad. Maybe this year I'll try harder.
It's one of my favorite things when people are really good at things like this is terrible, and I'm like, no, let me show you terrible. You want to? When I say I'm bad at something, I'm actually quite bad at it. Like,
it's the Dunning-Kruger effect in action.
Yeah.
Steven, what's happening with you?
Hello, you can follow me at Silent Osiris on Twitter. The O is a 0. And thank you for everybody who's followed along so far, and for all 4 of you for playing this awesome, ridiculous heavily homebrewed Dungeons and Dragons game. I'm having a fantastic time. Yeah, I think that's about it. Definitely follow me. We'll tell you as soon as the show is coming back. So yeah, I'm super stoked to go on holiday and chill out. I hope all of you enjoy your breaks as well. The end.
Okay. I'm just so excited that you get to go on like a nice chill break.
I have 3 weeks of vacation.
Man.
Me too,
Europe,
Steven.
Europe gets 5 weeks of paid vacation time per year. Just like generally, it's amazing. Hello, you should all go work in Europe.
Well,
I get unlimited vacation.
What?
But I still want to
Nice.
come to Amsterdam.
Nice, Britt.
That
Yeah.
sounds a lot like when
You and
someone
Sean definitely
paid,
come back.
though.
All right, that's what you have to do with your vacation, Britt.
Yeah.
sounds like when someone gets fired. I have unlimited vacation.
I gave it to myself.
Bronze, what's happening with you?
Hi, hello. I'm that bronze girl. I have a terrible voice, but I have great eyebrows. So,
No argument. 0 arguments from anyone.
you know?
Yeah.
And you know what, Steven? I recently met Jason Carl of White Wolf at a party. And
Awesome.
He told me I have tons of fans in Stockholm after the starter kit I did for Geek and Sundry.
Awesome.
I'm a shoe-in. Time to move to
Absolutely.
Stockholm.
Yep,
You told-
totally.
Yeah. So I'm just going to
Sweden is good. They've got Darkness and Northern Lights.
let me tell you, I definitely do not have 3 weeks or 5 weeks of paid vacation. So fuck streaming. Bronze is going corporate. I'm going to go work for White Wolf.
Yep.
Fuck all y'all bitches.
Yep.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Follow me on
That was
Twitter.
the last thing.
Or I'm a bronze girl.
Bronze last day of streaming today. Thank you for being here.
That is the most like 2018 thing. Fuck all you bitches, I'm out. Follow me on Twitter.
Follow me on Twitch.
All right. Last, certainly not least, Jeff, what you doing?
I really enjoyed this. Thank you all for following along with us. It's been a really fun show. And like I said earlier, but I'll just reiterate because it's kind of a cool, special thing. Jesse has a really positive audience that's really nice. So I'm never afraid to go look at the YouTube video or read about Twitter. So shout out to everyone that watches. You guys are awesome because a lot of times when you do a show like this, it's very easy for people to be like, Jeff hasn't laughed in 5 minutes. Does that mean he hates everyone? It's like, so just thank you guys. You're all awesome. And I look forward to this returning in January, ASAP or whatever. For me personally, I'll be streaming on my channel for the next couple of weeks. I'm going to go see some family of my own. They're up in Washington and Utah and stuff like that. So I'm just In Control TV on Twitch, streaming StarCraft, XCOM, maybe some Heroes of Might and Magic 3, which I don't do drugs, but that's pretty much as close as I get. Taking
A little bit of Smash. Just a
20
little bit.
years later.
Maybe
I don't
one.
stream Smash.
Sure.
I do play Smash. I have friends over. We play Smash. Britt extended the invite earlier, so I'll train up,
Yes.
unlock all the characters, and then go to her house where they're probably not unlocked and watch her unlock.
Some of them are unlocked.
Yeah, she's had a few guys.
That counts. That counts. Some of them.
So just thank you all. Also, if you want to keep up with me, I'm In Control TV on Twitter. So follow me there. Thank you very much.
As for me, I really just have to go to the bathroom very badly. So I will simply say that thank you all for watching. And we'll get this VOD up ASAP. And just follow us on the Tweetsters. Probably you should follow all of us so you know exactly when the next episode's going to be. But I'm sure over the next few weeks we'll just be tweeting out every once in a while. Just letting you guys know. But have a wonderful holiday. Or whatever. I mean, multiple holidays. Hell, I don't know what's going on with your life. I hope the time you have over the next 3-4 weeks is like legit and cool. So we will see you when we get back. But goodbye, everybody, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the year. Bye.
Everything's wonderful.
You know, where's the payoff? Bring the strippers and booze! We do occasionally talk about video games. Bring the strippers and booze! I don't have time for video games. Bring the strippers and booze!
Oh, thank God, I don't need pants now.
Hey, JC, what are you doing? Not much. Making a fortune.
It's a professional broadcast.
Yeah, now sing music.
It's a professional broadcast.
Bring the strippers and booze.
It's a professional broadcast.
I'm here to ask and answer one simple question.
It's a professional broadcast.
You